happy weekend. I appreciate you for tuning in. Not sure how your week was. Mine was a bit crazy, to be honest with you. If you remember watching my vlog from last weekend, I mentioned that I was starting to have some lower back pain reoccur from a prior CrossFit injury, and I was actually able to make an appointment with my local family doctor on Tuesday, and I had to get another steroid shot. And I was trying to figure out like how often does this reoccur, and I was surprised to find out the last time I had one done was back in 2019. So I was actually happy about that. It wasn't as soon as I thought. The shot worked amazing. I'm feeling basically 100% better, in my opinion, at this point. And I'm very thankful for it. And I'm having a crazy week. Yesterday, you'll probably see a new video I posted on Friday. And when I was filming that, my husband actually left the house, left the gate open. Not his fault. He told me, he's like, babe, I left the gate open. Don't let the dog out in the backyard. I'm like, okay, right? But here I'm filming, right? So my mind's like 1,000 different directions, and there were some kids outside. So I was like, you know what? I'm filming. Let me toss him out in the backyard so he'll stop. Well, come to find out, these buttholes threw like 9 oranges at him, which was all over my backyard. Pretty about it. I have 0 fruit trees in my backyard. I have 1 pine tree. So you tell me where they came from. And then all of a sudden I was like, obviously I was filming, and I was like, why do I hear that the dog sounds like he's in the front yard? And then I was like, oh my God, thank God I went out there, and there he is sitting at the front door, barking to come in. He came running inside, and I was just like, oh my God. So yeah, that's how my week's going. And I'm actually just trying to prep for this event that I'm doing for tomorrow. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be doing my ever first pop-up tent, I guess, at a festival. It's not even a festival, it's like a farmers, crafters market. I don't know, it's their first time ever doing it, and I figured, why not, right? I do fairy hair, I do balloon garlands, I do t-shirts, dog bandanas. You guys know the gifs by now. And I actually thought I would go over the checklist. I actually found this online. I found it very helpful. I figured if you guys were to ever do one yourself, if you're into crafting, this is a good reference point to kind of go back to. I took down lots of notes. So basically, I've already gone ahead. You might see it right there. I got a bin. I just put everything inside just so Saturday morning I can grab it and out the door I go. But basically, I needed chairs, I needed a table, I needed, says tablecloths to put over it. I wanted to remember zip ties, bandanas, pens, paper, duct tape in case I need to tape anything down, I need to take notes, things like that. It says a garbage bag. I thought that was a great recommendation. Obviously, I'm there from like 10 to 3, so clearly I'll have to drink water and lunch and things like that. And obviously the tinsel from the fairy hair, you can just keep it in one spot, kind of keep the booth looking clean. Business cards, so I did pick those up. A tent, and then also with the tent, they did say that we had to put some weights down. So my brother's actually making me some PVC pipes that are going to be filled with concrete, and tomorrow I will actually show you guys that, which I thought that was really sweet of him. Obviously it just says signs and frames, and I've gone ahead, I actually made all that off of Canvia.com, all free. It was amazing. I just went in there, I kind of searched for posters, and then I went ahead and created them. Again, I'll show you guys tomorrow what those what they look like. Obviously I got to bring snacks, waters, a cooler. There's my cooler. I actually have cash, so I brought that just in case people don't want to pay in any other form of card. Cell phone charger. So I actually have a traveling one that I bring usually So that was perfect. I did thank you bags, and then I pre-filled them with tissue paper and my business card, so I thought that was actually a really good idea. I brought a mirror for when I'm done with the tinsel, they can actually look at their hair, see what it looks like, since it's not like they can go run into the bathroom and be like, oh my God, thanks. No, I'm just kidding. I did a sign-up sheet. Someone actually recommended that for me, just in case, like, if I have a client with me now, but they don't want to, like, sit there and wait, because it takes me, like, 12 to 15 minutes. They can just put their information on there, and then I can just, like, text them to tell them, hey, come back, your spot's coming in 5 minutes. So I thought that was actually a really good idea, which then made me pick up a clipboard. Obviously, with the pandemic, I picked up hand sanitizers. I'll have face masks, Lysol wipes, and then I picked up string and wood clips just in case scenarios. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to, like, hang anything. So at this point, I'm winging it. So wish me luck. And yeah, I thought that that should be everything. If I forget it, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I think right now I'm actually about to start blowing up for my balloon arch. I'm going to have that as one of my displays. I figured that would be, like, a really good way for people to notice my booth, come up to me, start questioning. So yeah, so let's go ahead. We're going to do a time lapse on that. I might just make some suggestions as I'm doing it, just to maybe give out pointers on what I'm doing or how I'm doing it, but let's see. So in regards to the balloon garland, I actually picked up this electrical balloon pump. Every single balloon arch maker highly recommends it. I think it's like less than 20 bucks. It's not necessary, but the only reason I actually ended up buying this is because this is my craft room, and I actually usually shut the door. I take the dog out and I just blow them up. But prior to that, my husband actually has a air tank in the garage, and I would just blow them up that way, and it works the exact same. And then I ended up picking up these balloons from Amazon. I'll go ahead and link them in the description box if you're interested, but they actually have really, really good kits available for any type of event, holiday. Heck, I've even done a balloon garland all out of the Dollar Tree, but of course those are kind of like hit and miss situations. So sometimes they have really good ones, sometimes not so much. So usually when they do, I'll actually tend to stock up on them. And I have a little bin over here just full of different balloons. But anyways, it really sounds stupid, but because he is a shedding dog, I actually do vacuum before I start, and normally he's not in the room, and he will be exiting very shortly as soon as I turn this thing on. So let's get started. Just thought I would take a quick break from crafting and feed my husband. So it's my go-to. I always just cook rice on the rice maker. And then this is actually new. I just found this at Walmart. It's seasoning in a bag. Never heard of it before. So I'm really curious to see how it is. And then I went ahead and I put the chicken on the grill out there, which is why the door is open. And surprisingly, it is actually cold in Florida right now. So we're kind of enjoying it a little bit, bitching a little bit because it's cold, but enjoying it. And then, yeah, just have the dog's food ready for when we're going to eat, so he'll leave us alone. And I'll show you the finished product once it's done and kind of give you my thoughts on how I like it. All right, so the chicken actually just got off the grill, and I picked up the garlic and Parmesan flavor. So let's see how I like it. Personally, I like my chicken burnt. The burnt, the better. I don't know why. I'm not gonna not eat it, but I'm not gonna buy that seasoning again, if that makes sense. This is actually what I normally season my chicken with. I pick up these from the store. Whether they're good for you, I have not a clue. I mean, this one's garlic and herb. This is my absolute favorite one, Musky. And then this one. They have quite a few different options to choose from. Obviously, these are the ones that I have right now. I mean, I don't think they're horrible. The only thing that's really nice about them is usually it's just oil and water and seasoning. And then these two do it with white vinegar or apple cider vinegar. So I feel like that helps kick it up a notch. It says that it's 10 calories, 0 fat, 2 grams of carbs, and 0 protein. So I really don't think that it's bad. Like I said, it's just really seasoning pre-done for you, and then you're just adding water. And I don't really add all the oil. It says 1/4 cup, so I go a little less. But I probably would recommend these over this if you're trying to look to change things up a little bit. But that's just my opinion. Good morning and happy Saturday. So it's the day of the event. I ended up finishing the balloons off camera. And this is what it looks like traveling with a balloon arch already pre-made. I usually don't do that. I usually try to make them at the spot just because I actually do like the balloons a little larger than what I did. But yeah, I'll show you guys the setup and everything once we get there, and crossing fingers we have a good day. Festival is actually over. It was actually pretty successful. I'm pretty happy with the turnout. I ended up getting on a corner between 2 walkways, so it was like perfect. And I think I had a total of what was it? I think 9 girls. I ended up doing 9 hairs, and then I think I sold 6 dog bandanas. So yeah, overall pretty happy. I'm actually heading over to a neighbor's house of my sister's. Her birthday is actually the same day as mine, which is Tuesday, February 9th. And she's having a little birthday party tonight. So my sister's like, hey, can you drop these off, you know, and help decorate a little bit? And I was like, I don't care. I'm going to throw them away or pop them or anything. So someone might as well enjoy them. But yeah, I'm going to head there now, set those up, and basically going to wrap Saturday up here. Alright guys, so today is Sunday. I didn't have much going on, but in honor of my birthday on Tuesday, I forced my mother into a YouTube video, kind of going over my birth story. I just thought it would be interesting. So, what made you guys have 3 kids?
I always wanted to have at least 3 kids.
Yeah. And
so that's what I did. I have, first was my son. And then I had 2 daughters after that. Mm-hmm. I had you.
How old were you when you had me?
26.
Okay. So I'll actually be turning 32 on Tuesday. So you had me at 26, you said? Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. So that was young.
Yeah, my third one,
Yeah.
26.
And there's my dad. And what happened? Dad didn't want a third?
He was happy with having one boy and one girl, and I wanted more than two.
Yeah.
So I said, we're having a third one.
You didn't have a
And
choice.
it just worked out where each of you are just about 2 years apart. It was not planned that way.
Yeah.
But I had the first in
AJ?
85, and then Michelle in 86, and you in 89. But the way the months worked out,
Yeah.
it was about a year and a half, 2 years in between each of you.
Would you say that's a good gap?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it ends up being you'll be 32, then Michelle 34, and AJ 36
Yeah.
for 2021.
Wow, there you go. And I remember something happened the night before I was born.
Yes, the night before you were born, my mom and dad came to stay with me and my brother to help out. And we all went out for a meal the night before
To celebrate me coming.
because we knew once I had you, we would be home. And so we went out to eat. And when we came back, our house was broken into.
Oh my God. Can you believe that? Like the night before you're about to deliver and your house was broken into.
Yes, it was a scheduled delivery.
Yeah, C-section.
Yeah, all three were C-sections. They said you shouldn't have more than two, but I had three because I'm kind of stubborn that way.
A rule breaker over here.
And so the next morning when I was due to deliver Brittany,
Yeah.
they had to have 3 doctors in the delivery room because I was, what would you say?
Did you have high blood pressure, you think? Or like just with
Just
consciousness?
just
probably
yeah,
with
it was
everything
my
going on?
my blood pressure was probably high, and I was wasn't at a good state of mind.
Yeah, so obviously when you deliver, you probably have to be on the more calmer side of things. You know, you don't want to create heart rate on the baby. So that's probably why they had so many doctors in there, especially because she actually had some pretty important jewelry pieces taken from her during that time. So yeah, could you only imagine that stress that she went through?
That's it, stress. I
Yeah,
was very stressed out.
yeah.
Mhm.
And so it was just Dad, I guess, and you in the delivery room.
Yes.
And I was born at 8:20 a.m. in the morning. And actually, you mentioned that it was few deliveries. It was a brand new hospital.
It was a brand new hospital, Humana, over in Orlando
Yeah.
on Orange Ave.
So I'm the only actually born in Florida. My other brother and sister are born in New Jersey. So she got a VIP treatment over here.
So it was a brand new hospital, and they treated me. I had all the nurses in and out of my room all the time. It was a brand new room. It was beautiful. I honestly wanted to stay longer. They gave us a steak and lobster dinner before we left with a bouquet of flowers.
That's nice.
And I knew that when I leave the hospital to go home, I'd have 3 children to take care of.
Yeah.
Then my dad stayed with my brother for a week, and then they had flown back home to New Jersey, and then my mother stayed with me an additional week.
Wow. So it was really helpful, I'm sure.
So it was very helpful.
Yeah, so what an adventure to have me, but I would say that I'm well worth the wait and the experience along that. I know this is like totally off topic, but I want you to tell them where you came up with my name.
Brittany's dad and I had to come up with a name,
And they didn't know what I was, by the way. They
Yeah.
kept us a surprise for delivery, so they didn't know if they were having a boy or a girl.
Right.
So you had a prep name, and I'll just mention it was Jason.
Yes,
That was my
Jason
prep name
Richard.
for a boy.
Yes.
And then for the girl, what was the story behind where you found it?
We were watching TV, and there was a football player on TV with his wife, and they had just had a baby girl, and they said they had named her Brittany. And we looked at each other and said, Brittany, never even heard of that name before. And we thought, wow, it's such a pretty name.
Yeah.
And we said, what do you think about that name? And he said, I like it. I said, so do I.
my name came from, and then my middle name is Joan, which is my mom's first name.
And it's also my mother-in-law's middle name, and it's also her mother's sister's first name is Joan.
Wow. Yeah.
So for you to
So it was well worth it.
know that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Uh-huh.
So that is just my little birth story. I just thought it would be interesting since I am actually uploading this video the day of my birthday. So I appreciate you coming on. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I do appreciate you watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on Friday with a new video. Bye guys.